Keeping it simple. Humans sometimes avoid simple solutions because we think complicated solutions are better. We don't take the time to see the obvious. There's a popular story on the internet that goes like this. Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson went on a camping trip. As they lay down for the night, their conversation drifted to Holmes saying, "Watson, look up at the sky and tell me what you see." Watson says, "I see millions and millions of stars." "And what does that tell you?" Watson says, "Astronomically, it tells me that there are millions of galaxies and potentially billions of planets. Theologically, it tells me that God is great and that we're small. Meteorologically, it tells me that we will have a beautiful day tomorrow. What does it tell you?" Holmes says, "Watson, you bonehead, somebody stole our tent." How does this apply to our lives as network marketers? Well, you know how we make things too complicated? Too much information and too many choices will ruin our chances for retail customers. They don't have time for our long presentations. Let's look at a common example of how we make choices confusing. Imagine an anonymous nutrition company representative who's meeting a potential customer. Here's a sample conversation. "Hey, Bill, how are you feeling these days?" Not bad. My asthma gets me a bit with all the pollen in the air, and I had a bit of that bad flu that's been going around." "Aha! Your proanthocyanidin intake is under the recommended daily intake set down by the Australian Institute of Sports medical team of experts for people of your height and weight and skin tone." "What?" "You know, the antioxidant portion of your diet is synthetically produced, and it's working against all the other nutrients that are squeezing their way through your arteriosclerosized blood vessels, and the mucosal lining of your lungs is being overwhelmed by the positively ionized dust particles that create a bronchiolar constriction, which leads to shortness of breath and eventual death." Say that again? "I think you're close to dying, because you obviously haven't read Dr. X's latest installment on the importance of combining resonating vitamin 13 cofactors with the botanical extracts from the prickly pear cactus, which is centrifugally spun in a vacuum to produce the highest quality free radical fighting, cancer scavenging, lung cleaning, colon cleansing, lactobacillus acidophilus enriched superfood from the Lake of the Blue Mountains that's been blessed by the 17 monks from the island of Oba Oba, which is proved in the quadruple blind study that shows we are all going to die soon if we don't take the tablets I have here in my bag. Would you like to buy at retail, or can I show you how to get them at wholesale?" I'm having trouble following you. Could you explain that again for me? And please note, none of the above is to be taken as advice for medical issues, please. This is only illustration. Overkill? Our example is an exaggeration, but we get the point. Most people are trying too hard to become experts. They spend endless hours studying the products, researching and watching videos. But that's not what a customer cares about. They only care about their results. Knowing the molecular structure of the ingredients of our products is not the secret success recipe for retailing. Being able to look someone in the eye with a sincere desire to impact and better their life works. The challenge is that most network marketers are too afraid to look people in the eye, so they show them graphs and papers and research studies. Plain, clear, normal conversation is what our listeners want.